Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and most welcome guests. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
How many people had challenges in their lives? Every time that I feel challenged, every time that I feel I'm at the end of my rope, every time that I feel obstacles are crushing me down, I think about my Aunt Helen and what an inspiration she's been in my life. Aunt Helen was born with a pretty face, nice smile, fiery eyes, but a very sick heart. When she was a child, other children did not want to play with her. They would tell her, "Go home, you're too sick, we don't want to play with you." And she would reply, "Sticks and stones can break my bones, but words will never hurt me. I'm playing." And she continued that attitude throughout her life. She would go home and cry, but she never let anyone see her tears. When she was 14 years old, she had a major heart operation. The doctors did not think she would last for very long. Her parents were crying all the time. Every time she would catch her mom cry, she would look at her and say, "Mommy, don't cry, please. I promise you, I'll be okay. I promise." Despite all the challenges and all the continuous bad news, she continued to persevere in every aspect of her life. She got involved in music, poetry, pottery, traveling, making friends. And she continuously said, "I'm too busy to die." She was visiting me in the United States about 10 years ago. And I tell you, she was like the Energizer Bunny. She wanted to go everywhere and do everything. She wanted to go to Beverly Hills, Malibu, New York, Washington, D.C., Seattle, Portland. She ran me ragged. She wanted to go to every restaurant, every museum. I said, "Aunt Helen, aren't you tired?" "I'm tired." And she would reply, "You never regret things that you do. You always regret things that you don't do." One time I felt she was really getting tired, so I said, "Aunt Helen, let's go home." She got really upset. She grabbed the keys, ran to the car, and she started the car. I ran after her. "No, Aunt Helen, no, you don't drive." "Aunt Helen, you're going to kill yourself. Aunt Helen, you're going to wreck my new car." And at that time, she turned off the car and said, "Are you going to drive or what?" 5 years ago, Aunt Helen's heart started to give her a lot of problems. She went to the doctor, and the doctor told her the operation is extremely risky. She went home and didn't tell anyone for 3 years. Then 2 years ago, she had difficulty breathing. She had difficulty walking, and she had difficulty carrying on her daily routine. She went back to the doctor and said, "What do we do now?" And the doctor said, "It's too late. You better go home and put your house in order." She said, "How about the operation?" The doctor said, "I'm afraid it's too late." Without missing a beat, she looked at the doctor and said, "You do your part and I'm going to do mine. I'm going to live no matter what." She went home and she decorated her home. New drapes, new sofa, new kitchen cabinets. She wanted to go home to a new home after the operation. And she wanted her friends to see her new home. That was giving her hope to live. And that was motivating her to live. We all supported her 100%. But deep down, we didn't know if she was coming home. It was a long 16-hour operation, and she was in a coma for 3 days. My Aunt Rose flew up to be with her, and my mom and I were sitting by the phone waiting. After 3 days, that phone call came. Ring, ring! I took a deep breath, reached for the phone and picked it up, and it's Aunt Rose. And she's crying. "Aunt Rose, Why are you crying? Aunt Rose, what happened to Aunt Helen? And in her tearful voice, she said, Aunt Helen wants ice cream. She's going to be okay. Oh my God, I grabbed the phone, then I grabbed Mom, and then we grabbed Aunt Helen and Aunt Rose virtually, and we prayed. 2 years has gone by. Aunt Helen has really stepped up her art throughout Europe. She's traveling to Rome, Amsterdam, Paris, London. She's putting on exhibitions and meeting friends. Last time I spoke with her, she has put herself on 5 dating websites. I said, Aunt Helen, at age 65, 5 dating websites? She said, anyone in my shoes would have been dead by now. The only reason I'm here is because I have passion to live, and I did everything possible to live and live life to the fullest, and I'm living that dream. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmasters, most of us live with a healthy heart. We're just challenged from time to time. So every time that I feel the weight of the world on my shoulders, every time I feel that weight is bringing me down to my knees and I can't get up, I think about Aunt Helen and what an inspiration she's been in my life. And I hear her sing, dream, the impossible dream. And that gives me energy to get up, dust myself off and move forward. Because I know that I'm the only one who can turn my dreams into reality. And that is my inspiration, ladies and gentlemen. What's yours?